The date is 26th February 2025 and I'm here with a NIFT professor in Bengaluru. So, ma'am, tell me about your background and how you got into NIFT and everything that you've done over the years.
Yeah, my name is, thank you for the opportunity. So, my name is Dr. Yashodha. So, I am in NIFT for 20 years. Basically, I am a textile person. BTech textiles, MTech textiles and PhD textiles. I am in NIFT for 20 years and I take all textile related subjects, and I have developed my interest in this traditional and craft related subjects also, and I am from knitwear design department. So this is my experience. And
how do you like teaching at NIFT?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. When I was doing my engineering, I was planning to get into some industry like some buying house or some production house, because we are technologists. We wanted to be in that route only. When I have actually applied, I have got my job in NIFT Gandhinagar. So I have requested for the transfer and I have got into Bangalore NIFT only. And coming from NIFT, I have actually developed myself, because I was a technologist. NIFT is a place for design, fashion, technology, everything. I have actually developed, I have learned, I have completely changed. That does not mean that I have actually going out of my field here, but completely NIFT is totally different for me. So not only I am teaching, I am day by day I am learning in NIFT.
Right. Ma'am, what does fashion mean to you?
It's me, because I am in NIFT, we do have different courses. Like we do have fashion communication, we do have fashion design, we do have fashion accessories, fashion textile design and all. And each and everything, most probably not only in NIFT, even if I go to any other college or any other stream, or even if I am at home, fashion is actually one style which I am actually taking my interest to complete that work. Or I am actually, what I can say, I can actually take my interest to show my style.
Can you briefly tell us about the role that platforms like Pinterest and Instagram play in fashion trend forecasting?
I think, see, I'll explain little depth actually here.
Yes.
See, when we are actually doing our projects or when we are teaching this trend forecasting to our students, we will actually start with some different style sites, because we are in NIFT. We need to take care of our product, whether it is a knitwear or textile or accessory or anything. So we will actually get into different platforms here. So we all actually think some market survey or some WJSN or promo style or anything. Actually we will actually get completely the information. For that, actually little difficult to access, and it is not actually accessible to the common people to see what is happening in worldwide like that. But these are the Pinterest and Instagram. It is individually, it is very helpful to students and for us to understand what is happening in the market, what are the new designs, what are the new styles are actually coming, what we should do, what we can change, what we can research. All this actually information, this Pinterest and Instagram is getting very easily.
And what do you think the impact is on the students on craftsmanship? You said that you specifically put emphasis on Indian craftsmanship. Do you think
please.
These platforms
Of course,
play
these are
a big role?
very important for these artisans also. We are actually having one major subject in our curriculum, which is actually craft based projects like that. So here actually not only our students are going and learning their craft over in the place over there, we will actually call these artisans to our NIFT to teach what we can do. The main topic we are actually teaching them this Instagram and Pinterest to access and to show their work in these medias, to improve their profitability or marketability or whatever, and to understand different designs or different trend forecasting, everything from these things. And these are all very easy also to understand by the artisans. Okay, and they can actually use this one without any difficulty.
Do you think digitalization in fashion, like the emergence of virtual runways, has impacted the industry in a positive way or rather a negative way?
It is actually positive way only. Why I am telling you, see, however, whatever the softwares or any development or any technology is actually happening with a lot of research. So research means simply the market or anybody will not do the research for their interest. We should actually see what is happening in the market, what is required for the people. Then only we do the research and we will actually give this in the thing. Like that, actually, whatever you are actually telling, this virtual runways or any item like this will definitely help the industry. Industries means they are into the production, high production values. So with this, actually, all this will be very, very helpful. Okay, not only for the designs, for the production, for anything, sustainability or anything actually there. So they can utilize all these things to grow.
What is your thought on the emergence of digital avatars in fashion?
See, actually, I am not a person, digital person, to actually give a complete explanation on this. But as a faculty here, so we will actually work on different softwares and what I can say, curriculum development for each and every 3 years like that. So when actually these are happening, we are definitely show interest to develop subjects in these things. Okay, because why we are actually show means it will be very, very useful to our students and also it will be very useful in the industry like that. Okay, so in this case, actually, last 3 years, 2 years, we are working with this Close software.
Okay.
Close software is very, very important, and I was actually chairperson for the department for some 3 years. So we have actually worked out very, very hardly to get this software into our.
Where do you see the industry in the next 20 years? Will traditional practices still be a part of it or will digitalization take over?
This is actually very good question. Just give me. I want to give my example.
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
I am actually
Go
a
ahead.
textile person. So when we were all actually studying before 20 years, our textile part and all, we definitely, yes, of course, I am a technology person. I was actually not knowing about these traditional textiles. What is this tie and dye or batik very fully, in the sense Indian traditional embroideries or some northeast textiles, nothing I knew, right? Being a textile student, I am actually telling, being a textile. Now I have actually come here 20 years. Now, wherever actually I have studied, those students are coming to me for these projects. That means there is actually 20 years gap I can give you. Before 20 years, as a student, we didn't know there was a embroidery, traditional textiles was there that time. But we were actually not getting that exposure to learn. But now, all the students from textile technology background only they are learning and they are doing so many projects here. So that means definitely whatever actually the digitization will happen, anything actually will happen in the forecasting, anywhere, any color, any motif, anything will actually changes. Even we are actually now working with this sustainability. We are working with the technical textiles, smart textiles. All this will actually, the new softwares have actually come. Okay, so all this will actually support our traditional textiles. One example I wanted to give you, I have actually gone to Bangalore University for my as an examiner. So we are actually doing a Toda embroidery from Nilgiris NIFT. Okay, so this Toda embroidery design, this is an embroidery design that will be made by one of the student from Bangalore University by weaving.
Okay.
By weaving, that is in power loom. Okay, so that means traditional embroidery is there in Nilgiris, it is a embroidery. But if you come back to the market now, the power loom fabric is from that design, motif, same color. So like that it is there. Nowadays actually even I am also planning some papers with Kasuti embroidery and all, which are actually modified form of all the embroideries which are actually in the digitalization world. So nothing will happen. Definitely every day as we promote, as we university student, he is a apparel technology student, apparel technology student. He is actually done this project from Toda embroidery design. So that means the basic traditional textiles are there only. Some derivatives or some changes will happen without spoiling the craft here. Okay, so whatever it happens, whether it is digitalization or some different, we use different softwares here to make our products, and we use different types of textiles, we use different types of process here. Anything, if it comes, definitely it will support the traditional textiles. It will not overtake the traditional textiles. Even marketing or any type of process which should happen in the traditional textile field, digitalization will help here. Okay, and one example I just wanted to tell you, we have actually been to this Shahi Exports for the visit. Shahi Exports is a production house which is a knitwear garment manufacturing unit. So with that, actually there is one unit called embroidery unit. Embroidery unit means they had actually called the people from all over India. It was actually Kasuti was there, this Pulkari was there, and Kanta was there. Some 10 people with all this what is a Zardosi work and all. It was a complete unit. They were all actually doing hand embroidery on machine made fabrics and machine made garments. I think you can imagine that. And if you take actually compare machine embroidery with this handmade embroidery products, this will actually the value for this is more, and the appreciation of this handmade embroidery is more. People will actually definitely, okay. This is the one. Nothing will actually, as per my knowledge, the things will actually happen, but we do have our name with us. Nothing actually take over this traditional.
So do you think digitalization and the traditional practices in India that we have in context of fashion, will they coexist?
Definitely, 100%. NIFT is I was telling you, it is a fashion institute. So craft is our major subject. When I have actually joined 20 years back, it was actually very rarely we used to study this subject. Very rarely we used to teach this subject to our students. But as a fashion students, you take textile design, accessory design, fashion communication, even technology students, they are all into this subject as a major subject. They are all going to artisans, they are all developing products from this traditional textiles.
Thank you.
Yeah? Okay.
Thank you so much.